Welcome back to Talk with Say podcast. I'm back with another episode. This is episode 3, and today I got a special guest. We got my guy Sherman in the building. Appreciate you coming on, bro.
Glad you got me here, man. What's the word, family? First of all, I'm here to represent for you, Tay, and answer any questions you got for me, man. Let me have it.
For sure. Appreciate you. I just want to say one thing real quick. Like I told you, outside of the cameras, but I want to say it on camera, bro. You've been doing this content thing for a few years now. Definitely some inspiration for me, like just seeing your progression throughout the years. So just want to pay homage to you on camera so everybody can see it. So keep going, bro. And you definitely inspired me to, just go a little harder with my platform. So I just want to say that.
I appreciate you, bro. And like I said off camera, I appreciate that, man. That means a lot to me. And then also, bro, you doing this inspires me too as well, because what you talk about and what you reaching right now, a lot of people not talking about that. They don't think that is important, but yeah, you giving that light to it for sure.
For sure, yeah, I appreciate that, man. I started this podcast journey, right after my mom passed away, right? Real dark time, bro. I say this to everybody, and every time I'm on camera or whatever, it was lonely, bro, and I felt like I couldn't talk to nobody about anything that I was going through, right? And before my mom passed, I dealt with a lot of mental health issues just off, just life, right? Things I've been through, things I was going through while in school, all that. But my mom passed, that put a different spin just on my life. So yeah, man, I want people to tell their stories, because like you say, people not talking about it, and sometimes it can feel like a shame to express how you feel mentally as a man, right? And like I'm just through with that shit. That's what it is. Like, I'm through with that narrative, and the shit bothering me, so I need to talk about it. And I just want people to be able, to express themselves and be able to voice, how they feel about certain shit. So again, I appreciate you coming on, and we're gonna get straight into it, bro. I want you to introduce yourself to my platform. Obviously, this, us together collaborating, it's gonna bring a lot of people in. So I want you to tell me who you are, bro. Tell everybody who you are.
For sure, man. So my name is Sherman Morgan. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, born and raised. Who am I, man? It's a lot of my story that makes me who I am. But what do? I feel like a lot of people say who you are, and you explain your accolades and everything like that. So I'm a young black man in St. Louis, Missouri. I also do real estate. I'm a realtor. I'm an inspirational speaker. And I'm definitely a philanthropist, activist, everything like that, man. I do a little bit of everything. So, like, who am I? I'm a lot of things, man. I'm an amazing black man, though, for sure.
For sure, yeah, I appreciate you. Appreciate you sharing that, man. I want to get right into your story, right? You had a near-death experience. What was that, 2017 or 18?
It was 2018.
2018.
2018.
2018.
So a lot of people know about this, especially if you went to Harris Stowe or you were affiliated with Harris Stowe in any kind of way, or any Greek life. A lot of people know that I'm a part of a Phi Beta Sigma fraternity incorporated. And a lot of people know that I got shot. I got shot on Juneteenth, 2018. And that experience was not my first near-death experience. Sad to say, but I guess it's good to say. But this in particular, as an adult, I was 21 years old. That just took me back a little bit. That was like 6 years ago. Damn. So you want to know what happened? Like what?
Yeah, I want to, give us a foundation, like, without giving too much detail. Obviously, certain things might be sensitive. Share as much as you want to share about the situation, but I want to talk about, how it transpired and, the circumstances around, the events that took place. So
Okay.
You could just give us a little bit about that. And
So, man, I'm 21 years old. So, at this point in time, man, I was younger, but I was still like a go-getter, a very positive person in the community and everything. A lot of people love Sherman. Everybody loves Sherman. I like to say that. But I'm good. I'm a good dude, though. A lot of people love me for a reason because I love everybody. I always leave with love. So, essentially, in this time, I was with my cousin, right? So, I was a 21-year-old. We had just came from my other cousin's house. We was smoking, so we was high. So, man, literally, bro, it's funny. This story funny. So we smoking, we got high. So, of course, I got the munchies. So, I was vegetarian at the time. So I was like, man, let's stop at Taco Bell. Let's get this burrito. So I stopped at Taco Bell, got this bacon and cheese burrito. I'll never forget, man. It was so fire. It was like the best burrito I ever tasted before. Cause you had food be fire, and it's Taco Bell. It's so disgusting, right? But it was fire though. So I ate it, and then on the way home, I'm like, man, that taco was fire, bro. Like, let's stop talking to my cousin. Like, let's stop at the other Taco Bell on the way home. So I stopped at the other Taco Bell on the way home. So we get another one. I pull up. So we pull downtown, like further by our house, and it was this car. It was a red light. It was an Impala, a silver Impala. I'll never forget. Silver Impala in front of us, like at the red light. Stop. It's a red light. It's about 1 o'clock, 1 something in the morning. It's at a red light, and I know you're not really supposed to stop at a red light, but it looked innocent. So I'm like, all right, cool. It's a red light, so let me bite into my burrito. As I'm biting into my burrito, I heard the door shut. And I heard my cousin like, Sherman, go. And I drive up because I seen them, because like they got out the car. When the door shut and they got out the car, I'm like, man, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. And they don't need no help. Like,
it's only one.
What's going on? They only trying to do whatever they trying to do. So I throw my core in sport mode, man. And then I go left because I know when somebody's shooting, you're never supposed to go straight. So I make a left. So I don't know if y'all know, if y'all not from St. Louis, it's a police headquarters right there on 20th and, what's that? Is that Olive? 20th and Olive. Right there by the old Black Pearl. This is a lot of information for my people from St. Louis. But that's where we at, right there. So I hit a left.
Mm-hmm.
Police headquarters right there. And in that moment, I'm like, I don't even know. I'm just driving. So my cousin yells, like, I think I'm hit. And when she said that, like, I immediately, like, oh, shit. I couldn't feel my legs. So when I couldn't feel my legs, I know that I couldn't drive no more. So we stuck. So she had did her hand like this, and I guess she had the phone with the button on the time. At this time, she didn't have a phone that facial recognition. It was the button. So her thumb was wet with blood. So I'm like, oh shit, I'm freaking out. She calm. I'm like, oh shit, call the police, call the police, call the police, call the police. Like, I'm screaming, like, call the police. Like, I can't believe this. Like, at this moment, I'm like, I'm shot. It didn't hurt. I was more shocked. Like, damn, this shit really just, like, damn, I'm shot. So she trying to call the police. She had a long ass password. So she had one of them passwords. Did you type in? And like, it wasn't going.
Mm-hmm.
So she eventually got the phone unlocked. She called the police. We on the phone with the police. I'm telling them exactly where we at. Because I'm always good with directions. I remember everything. So I'm like, okay, we here. Da da da. So who was it? Da da da. They asking all these questions. I'm like, bro, can y'all just get here? Like, I'm bleeding out. We bleeding. We not safe. Da da da. 45 minutes later, bro. We stood there for 45 minutes, bro. They pull up. They get my cousin out the car immediately. I stay in the car. They got me in the car. Like, I couldn't get out. They told me not to get out. Police came. It was like steady asking me questions. I'm like, I don't got nothing. They like, oh, you got something on you? Like, what's around the car? They started to search the car, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They searched the car. I'm still in the car, shot in my back, bro. and they just searching the car. They not worried about me at all, bro. So it's like, damn, bro, it's been 45 minutes already. And at this point in time, bro, like, I feel myself getting like
in a daze.
Mm. But this is a crazy part, and this is why I say I know a lot of people not believers, but this is why I never question God. I say, in that moment when I was feeling weak, I say, God, just give me the strength. I don't want to die. And then after that, it was like a whole new person, bro. I'm like, I called my mama, they wind up eventually putting me in the ambulance and everything like that. And I'm steady telling them, like, I don't want to die, bro. Call my mama, I give my mama number, she ain't answering, all that. Eventually, I wound up at the hospital. But it's a lot more, but in a nutshell, that's what happened. Okay. Crazy story.
Man, that is a crazy story. I want to go back just a little bit. Little detail, you said they put up on the side, or was they behind y'all?
The people that shot at me, they was in front of me.
They was in front of you?
Yeah, they was in front of me. So I had to go around them and go around.
Oh, okay.
So they was like low-key trying to box me in.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Damn, bro. So how many times did you get hit?
I got shot once. I got shot in my back, and the bullet is in my lung to this day. So I think it's in my left lung. I don't know, man. I was so doped up. I really don't remember what lung they said it was in.
All right.
But it's in my lung though.
So they rush you at this point, when do you get to the hospital?
I got to they rushed me to the hospital, man. I got to the hospital probably about, we went to SLU, probably like 5-10 minutes later after I got in the ambulance. And they just talking to me, bro. The police are still there asking me what happened. And I'm like, bro, I literally told them, and I remember this. I'm like, can y'all shut the fuck up talking to me? I'm in so much pain right now. Like, I'm in so much pain right now. Stop talking to me. And after that, the lady was like, oh, well, I'm about to put you to sleep in just a minute. I'm like, man, I'm not going to sleep. I'm not finna die. Then she put the thing in. Next thing I know, I woke up and it was like hella people in the hospital looking at me, crying and shit.
Yeah. So how long was it? Like, how long were you unconscious? Like, when did you wake up? Was it like a few hours, like next day? Because was it surgery? Like, was it talking about any of that?
It was. They was talking about surgery and everything. But man, I was so doped up. I woke up and all I remember is just saying family and friends. So it was next day for sure. But it was probably around 8-9 o'clock in the morning, because that happened around like 2 something.
Damn, man.
Yeah, man. So it was a crazy experience, for sure.
Man, I just want to say, bro, I'm glad you pulled through. Like, many people, like me personally, being from Detroit, right? It's just kind of the same area, St. Louis. Same shit be going on. Me personally, I never been shot. I've been shot at. I don't think people understand, situations, what a situation like that can do to you, like mentally, right? Like, especially somebody who, who got hit and like who took a few, whatever. Talk about like how that affected you mentally. Like, what was the shift like right after? Like,
so man, I was grateful to be alive for a while. But the shift, it happened, bro. It really fucked me up mentally, because, bro, we talking about somebody that does the right thing all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about somebody that's graduated high school, that went to college, get almost straight A's in college, like doing the right thing. Well, I mean, I was smoking, but I mean, I'm a kid, so it's like I'm 21 as an adult, but like, come on, man, we still kids. Like, somebody that literally took the different route, and this shit still happened. Like, it gave me like psychological warfare. Like, I done did all this shit right, and I still got shot. I'm still technically a statistic. I literally trying to beat this shit, and this shit still happened to me.
All right.
So that was the initial turning point in my head. Like, bro, like, I literally did everything I'm supposed to do, and this shit still happened to me. Like, and that fucked me up mentally. Like, for real. Like, nigga, I might as well been out here trying to shoot motherfuckers, rob motherfuckers then if this shit was gonna happen to me.
Right.
I'm literally trying to go the right route, get my money the right way, do shit the right way. I don't sell drugs. I don't do none of that. I don't do none of that. But this shit still happened to me. So that it gave me that feeling initially.
So being from St. Louis and going to school, like, right in your city, like, obviously you're moving a little different now, right? A lot of things, you know, you ain't got to share that, you know what I mean? But you think about things differently, like in a different light. You're not hanging around certain people. You may be riding solo. You got tents, whatever it is, right? Like, how did that affect you going to school, like, in your city, knowing that, you know, you just got out of a situation like that? How was you able to continue going to school and trying to do the right thing? Like, continue to do the right thing, knowing that you're on this path and some shit like that still happened to you, right? And you in your hometown trying to make some things shake for your life.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, and this is probably the first time I actually said this out loud. And I said it to myself before. I wanted to quit, bro. I wanted to give up. Like, fuck this shit. Fuck this school shit. It ain't making no difference. I'm still in the same position that I seen people grow up and doing shit bad. Like, what's the point? That was my reality. That's how I thought. Like, I'm like, bro, I'm dropping out, bro. And I think I was in my senior year of college. Like, I'm like, yeah, I'm most definitely dropping out. This shit too much. Like, I don't even understand the point of all this shit. What's the point? What's the point of doing this and being on the straight and narrow if this type of shit still gonna happen to me anyway? And
Right.
then on top of that, as a black man getting shot, not doing nothing, and then the police, the way they treated me like shit, bro. And I'm the nigga that's doing right. They found a book bag in my trunk with a laptop in it, bro. Yeah, I was looking for guns, drugs, and money. That's wild, bro. That'll twist your head up, like, bro. That twisted me so much, like, bro. Like, I'm literally doing the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my take on it for a while.
So you talk about, you know, the police kind of taking their time when they arrive to the scene, right? Like, was there ever a thought like, man, I'm gonna die if they don't, you feel me, do what they gonna do? Like,
Oh.
yeah, because I mean,
Yeah.
they come in there assuming that you on some different shit, right? But you obviously the victim, right? It's multiple people harmed in the situation. Like, what was your take on that after the fact about, you know, just police, like, about asking them for help, calling the police or whatever?
Bro, I literally to this day, my relationship and how I think about the police is kind of school, but
Yeah.
I can't group them all together, like, cause it's bad people out here, it's
Right.
asshole police out here,
Yeah.
but like I'm hesitant to call the police. 9 times out of 10, I'm probably not calling the police if I need help.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna call somebody close to me versus the police.
Okay. So that year 2018, that's the year I first moved to St. Louis, because I transferred to here still to play baseball or whatever. And when I first, you know, obviously we didn't know each other at the beginning, right, when I first got here, but like as I've gotten to know you, like I would have never thought, you know what I mean, something like that happened to you. Obviously I'm going to school in a, you know, inner city, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you just never know what people go through, right? Their experiences, and a lot of people you come across in life, you know, it's, man, so many people dealing with shit. And I'm gonna ask you this: did you ever feel like you could talk about that situation after it happened? Like, how long did it take you for you to feel comfortable? Like, even with family, friends, or whatever, like, how long did it take for you to actually feel a safe space to talk about how it made you feel, like, outside of this situation happening?
Bro, I was confidently able to talk to her without crying and bawling my eyes out. I would say took me about 3 years, bro, just to be comfortable enough not to cry. I mean, I would talk about it,
Yeah.
but the tears will always flow.
Right.
It would, because it was so much pain. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it still makes me a little emotional, but not in a bad way. It's more like, now it's more like I overcame that, and that's beautiful.
Right.
But back then it was like, man, them niggas tried to unalive me. and like for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
And that and like how could somebody do that to somebody? Like how could somebody do that, had that intention? Like I wanted them niggas dead. Like I
For real, yeah.
you know, I wanted them niggas to die. Like y'all niggas literally shot me for no reason at all, bro.
Yeah.
Was it the car, bro? Cause y'all could have had the car, but y'all wasn't even smart enough to get the car. Like it was like so many factors of like how this shit just happened to me, bro. And like now that I talk about it, it's like, damn, if them niggas dead, them niggas dead. Like if they still alive, they're alive. I mean, I really don't care.
Right. But in that moment, them emotions was so high, it was just like, man, fuck them. Like, fuck them. Yeah. For sure. Yeah, I get that. So, same year, you lose your cousin.
Yeah.
Talk about that, man. Because I know just going through that, right, getting popped. And then how long was it after that, your cousin was killed?
So my cousin, so that happened in June, and my cousin died in December, the day after Christmas. And he got shot. Lord rest his soul. Yeah, that really hurt me. That really hurt me because he got shot.
Yeah.
And it was same type of situation. He really had nothing to do with nothing. It was that type of situation, niggas just being niggas.
Yeah.
And it hurt me because, like, bro, that could have been me. Then I seen my family cry, my auntie cry, my mama cry over that same situation, and I know it hit my mama because that's her first nephew. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
First nephew she ever had, and that's my auntie first son. And it's like, damn, that could have been me.
Right.
That happened to. You know what I'm saying? I could be dead too. You know what I'm saying? So, and outside of that being like my first cousin and a person that taught me a lot about like just standing up to be a man and just being older.
Yeah.
That messed me up psychologically, for sure.
Yeah, bro. I know how you feel. I definitely know how you feel, man. And it's like so many things like happening, right, all the time, right? And you still dealing with your situation, right, throughout that year. Like, and that shit, that's not something you just, get over, right? And now you, like you said, you didn't feel comfortable talking about it until 3 years after, right? So obviously a lot of that year, the rest of that year, 2018, a lot of things sensitive to you, like, right? And going through that year and then that happening, now it's like, the attention has to go elsewhere, right? You don't even got time to think about, you feel me? In a sense, grieving that, because that's, that's considered a loss, but not a loss at the same time. That's just the way I think about it. Like, talk about that, like getting shot, going through that pain, that mental battle, that war with yourself, and then losing your cousin the same way. Like, what was that like? Just, having to set your situation aside, you know what I mean? And then having to deal with that and watch everybody around you grieve, like for real grieve.
Man, and that's crazy that you asked me that question, bro, because you never really think about stuff like that. You really, literally, I did have to put all of me aside. Like, it wasn't about me at that point. And I'm battling these demons every day. I'm battling, oh, man, should I even be here? Like, that could have been me. Maybe it should have been me. Like,
right.
But I got to show up and be a family man. I got to go around all my cousins and grieve with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm still grieving over the person that I lost because I lost a sense of me. You know what I'm saying? But I got to grieve because I lost my big cousin too. Mm-hmm. So all of that, going through that process, it's like, damn, it's thing after thing after thing after thing.
Yeah.
But, realizing that is like, maybe it's a purpose. And that's when I started to think a little different, just a little bit, maybe it's a purpose that I'm going through all this. I don't know what the fuck it's for.
Right.
God, please tell me what it's for. But, like, maybe it's something. So it gave me a sense of hope while I was grieving, because maybe it's something. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know yet. I didn't find out.
Yeah,
so long after that. But
right.
Yeah.
I'm glad you shared that, man. I want to share like a quick story with you, right? Like you say, you know, you going through something and something else happens, that's considerably worse than what the situation was. So you got to put all your shit aside, right? And you ain't really had time to process and really deal with it. But now you got to show up for yourself and, for other people. My mom passed away, right? She passed away December 3rd, 2021. At the time, a lot of people trying to reach out to me. I ain't really fucking with nobody. My homegirl reached out to me. She kept, she was blowing me up like a lot, right? And she wanted me to call her, like, just to talk on the phone. I kept telling her, like, man, I'm going to call you, like, when I get a chance, you know what I mean? And the last interaction I had with her was fucked up because you feel me? I told her to leave me the fuck alone. Like, you feel me? I told you I'm going to call you. I was just angry because of my mom, right? And when I finally, sat with myself for like a few days, I wanted to call her. I look on Facebook, I seen that she passed away back in Detroit. So I'm like, damn, like, how do I even continue to go forward, right? I just lost my mom, but I was just, mean to somebody. That's my last memory of them, right? And they were just trying to be there for me. Did you ever push people away during this time? Like, after you got shot, and then when your cousin got, killed, like, what was your relationships like? Like, how did the dynamic change, like, in your personal life?
So in my personal life, did I push people away? Not intentionally.
Right.
Not intentionally, no.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got distant from a lot of people because I was in my feelings. I was in my skin. But something that I've always recognized, and I thank God that I've always recognized, is that my shit is my shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to spill my negativity to somebody else's life. So I would cage myself off, and I'll still be polite. Hey, how you doing? Smile, laugh. I would fake it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was me because I am a super positive person. And then a lot of what I was going through, I didn't want a lot of people in my business because I'm a very private person, and I don't want a lot of people feeling sorry for me.
Yeah.
So that was my big thing, like, to keep them away from my business and so much in my business, I gotta fake that I'm okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, how you doing? And then I'll go home and cry after that. Like, so that was my defense mechanism when people tried to be with me. So if I show them that I'm okay a little bit, they'll leave me alone.
Yeah, they'll back off. Yeah. I feel you on that. I did the same thing too. Like, I've done that pretty much my whole life, right? I done lost a lot of people. Like, I don't deal with death easily. Like, but my mom, that shit put like a different spin on me, man. Obviously, everybody know, like, it's hard to hide that. You know what I mean? Because I talk about my mom, nigga, whenever. Like, even when she was alive, you feel like I showed that love for her, right? But when that happened, and everybody seeing me, right? They see, they see the facade, right? They see that I'm trying to be okay. But there's a point where I was like, man, I don't want nobody in my business, but everybody know what's going on with me, you feel me? So it was hard for me to block that out, showing up. I talk about this too, like, my mom died like 2 weeks later. I was, I had planned on going back to school, right, to finish my last year for grad school and play baseball. 2 weeks later, you feel me, I'm back in the same routine, and you feel me, everybody, it's like this point where you get to where you feel like everybody trying to show you sympathy, right? Everybody trying to feel sorry for you, right? And that could be true, but like, for me, I played that shit so well, bro. Like, I'd be smiling, I'd be, interacting, doing whatever, and I step away for a second, just tears, like, emotions, and that shit lasted for like 7 months, bro, because I'm in school in January, we played all the way through June, whatever, and that was the hardest shit ever, trying to mask that shit, and everybody know what's going on with me, right? And I'm like, man, this can't be real, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm going through a lot of the things with my family, right? So I'm glad you shared that because, I'm glad that somebody else, has the same experience as me, right? Because we all alike in some ways, but when you take a loss like that, you know what I mean, and go through the things that you went through, man, you never know who's actually dealing with the same things as you. So I just want to say I appreciate you sharing that, bro, because, you know, hearing you say that right now just helped me a lot, too, because I'm still, I don't feel like you ever stop grieving, but, like, man, it's been hard, bro. Like, that's the only way I could put it. You know what I mean? Nobody understands you. You know what I mean? Nobody understands what that loss, you know, does to you. Like, did you have people in your life who kind of faded themselves away? Like, because they wanted, let me ask you this. Let me step back. A lot of people force you to talk about it or just kept poking at it and you ain't really want to.
Yeah. So before I answer that question, bro, I just got to give it to you, bro. God bless you, bro. And I'm praying for you always, bro. Just that's on a real note, bro. Yeah. Because I can't imagine my life without my mama, bro. And I know that got to be like the super toughest thing, bro. Just imagine it make me want to cry, bro. So, yeah. So, bro, I'm praying for you wholeheartedly, bro. Keep your head up. Bro, if you want to ever call me and talk, bro, vent, anything, bro, I'm here, bro. 100%.
For sure. I appreciate that, bro. For real.
But now I answer the question before I start crying there, bro. So a lot of people did fade away, though, because before the incident, I was a lot of things to a lot of people. I was a friend. I was a confidant. You know what I'm saying? I was a ride cheer to a lot of people. I was a partier. I was always outside. Every time you see me, I was probably with a group of people.
Nah, fair.
You know, I was just always outside.
Mm-hmm.
So when that happened to me, you know, I was taking people here. I was going to parties with people, but that was no longer me. That person had died.
Yeah.
That person was gone. And a lot of people did fade away. It was a lot of people that I couldn't call, hey, look, come sit with me. Because in reality, I mean, I was going through it, but I didn't want to be alone, and I didn't want to necessarily talk about what I was going through, but I just wanted some company. I just wanted you to chill with me. But a lot of people wouldn't even give me that. Give me that. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people did fade away, and it showed me a lot of people's true colors. Which I can't say that I'm mad at them for it. You know what I'm saying? Because people gonna be who they are, and people gonna do what they want to do, and you can't hold that against nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
But I do thank them too, because in that time of them being who they are, I got to learn the new me.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to fall in love with myself, and forget about the person. Not necessarily forget about the person I used to be, but you know, kind of bury that person, because I seen a lot of flaws in that old person that I used to be. I used to want them people around and want to be around those people because I wasn't in love with myself. I didn't love myself to be alone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in this period of time, I felt like all of that going on, it was forcing me to be by myself. It was forcing me to learn who I was, to love who I was. And in that moment of time, I started to feed into it instead of push away from it. Mm-hmm. So I would say that's what taught me a little bit in that time. I don't even know if I answered the question, but
you actually answered that question and my next question for real. So I was just about to ask you. You talked to me, you know, privately about just your mental health journey right up to this point, and you said that you couldn't sit with yourself for a long time, right? You just needed to be around bunch of people partying, but you know, as time went on, you realize like that person, like you say, died. Like, what was that like in the beginning? Because you know, when you progressing, right, you're trying to make a change in your life, people always view it as, you know, something negative, right? Your friends might, you feel me, feel like you ain't fucking with them, whatever, you ain't going to many parties, you ain't kicking it, doing all that dumb shit, right? So like, what was that like actually getting to sit with yourself? Like for the first, I would say, let's say first 6 months, like what was the challenges like?
Man, the fact that, bro, it was crazy, bro, because I couldn't sit by myself, bro. Like, damn, what everybody doing? Like, what everybody on? Like, why I'm not out there? And like, nigga, you can't be out there. You got a bullet in your lung. You bleeding out your back, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you got shit going on with you, bro. Pay attention to you. Like, what is it? So I was so fucked up about the person I used to be that I was hesitant to even get to know myself. Like, what do you even like to do? What is your purpose? What do you enjoy doing by yourself alone? Why do you need all of these people around you to make you feel like you're doing something? So I was real hesitant and real frustrated about getting to know who I was, though. Like, in that first 6 months, I was like, bro, this shit is stupid. Let's go outside. Let's go drink. Let's go have a party. And then you go get drunk and your blood pressure is up, and then now you bleeding out your wounds. And like, bro, like, that's just it's not cool. That's not even smart, and that's not healthy, bro. Like, go sit your ass down. And it forced me.
Yeah, no, okay, no, I get that. So a lot of that time, where you kind of made that shift in your life, it was mainly because the bullet, you say it's in your lung, right? Like, you really couldn't, be active as you was before, right? Because it'll cause some problems with you, like, just daily life. So what was that like? Like, I didn't even know that at first, I'm gonna be honest.
So not only is the bullet in my lung, but it had broke my ribs on both sides. So it hurted to do everything.
Damn, okay.
It hurted to breathe, it hurted to talk, and it hurted to laugh. So it pretty much hurted for a long time.
Yeah.
So like, I couldn't do nothing.
Yeah.
I wasn't supposed to be doing nothing, but I'm hard headed, bro. Like, literally, just real quick. When I got shot, the next day I woke up, I was like, I'm out of this hospital, let's go. And then the lady's like, if you can walk, you can go. I was like, yeah, I can walk. Got my dumb ass up and fell. So it's like, it's like, bro, I don't know, bro. Like, so going through that experience, it kind of took me back, though, because like I said, it's not my first near-death experience.
Right.
So I had cancer 3 times growing up. And the last time it hit, and they removed it and everything like that, they found that I had chronic back pain, scoliosis real bad, and everything like that. So I was on the walk in high school. So I had to teach myself how to like function as a normal teenager in that stage. So it kind of took me back to that portion of my life that I had worked so hard to get from. So it's like, so that fucked with me mentally as well, because it was like, nigga, back to square one.
You fought so hard to get over that. Now you back at it again.
Back to square one, bro. and that was mentally draining, emotionally draining, and like, but as I say, back to square one, it's like, okay, nigga, something is going on for a reason. You are here for a reason. You didn't die for a reason.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes I wish, like, damn, I wish this shit would have they just would have ended me. I ain't had to go through this shit, like the aftermath, like all of that. But something was like, okay, it's a reason you're here. Yeah. It was a reason you faced that then, and it's a reason that you're facing this now. So let's search for the reason, and the best way to search for that reason is to get to know who you are. So seek that information, and I started seeking that information. I started journaling. I started praying really heavy. I started talking to God about every move that I made. It was a conversation with God. So, God, what am I good at? What can I do? What, writing down in my journal, like, I hate it today. Thinking, crying, weeping.
Yeah.
Pushing people away, ignoring people. It was ugly, bro. And when I talk to people, when they see how positive and how motivating I am, bro, people don't know that, bro. People don't know what I had to do in order to be this version of myself, bro. A lot of mental, a lot of spiritual warfare that was going on in my head, bro. Sometimes even now today, but you remember that it's a reason. You remember that it's a purpose. It's a why that you're doing this right now. So and that's what keep me going.
See, man, that's amazing, bro. Like, for real. I ain't gonna lie to you. A lot of times we, me too, I hold myself accountable, right? I've been judgmental. Like, I've judged people, like, I might not like a motherfucker for no reason. Like, years ago, though, right? I've grown to, kind of get out of that mindset, but you really just don't understand why a person is the way they are. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, I know a lot of people, when you're on this path right here that you're doing, they might see, you being positive. Oh, this nigga positive. This nigga always on some, you know what I mean? A lot of shit be kind of coming at you from different angles, bro. But you talked about, you said you made a comment, you said you wish this shit would have just ended, right? I felt the same way too. Like, a lot of times, throughout my life, I lost a lot of people, and then when my mom died, bro, I'm telling you, bro, I was in St. Louis by myself, dog. Like, a lot of people don't even know that, bro. I'm in this apartment alone, bro, with my family all back in Detroit, and I was about to do that, like, for real. I almost made that decision, like, for the first 4 days, and not to mention, bro, I graduated the next week. You feel me? I graduated in the fall. Now I gotta figure out, why am I here? Like, why am I not just, making that decision to end it all? And I'll be honest, I still battle with that shit. Like, even to this day, it's been 2.5 years, right? And I'm starting to figure out my purpose now, but sometimes it can get cloudy and you really don't know. You know how to go forward, but at the same time, it's like, why am I doing this? Like, it's so much more to be discovered as you go through this journey. So I really believe that you're here for a purpose, like, for real. Like, because I didn't even, just by talking to you and knowing you for a few years, I never knew you had cancer. Like, you feel me? Like, I would have never expected that. That's why I say you never know, what someone's been through in life. So you feel like you walking in your purpose now, like, fully, or is it some things you still, trying to discover?
No, absolutely. I'm walking in my purpose every day, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Every day, bro. And I got to remember that my purpose is here. My voice. My voice that's my superpower. And I believe that everybody has a superpower, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But when I speak, people listen.
Yeah.
And I'm not even being arrogant, bro, or nothing like that, bro. But when I was praying and I was asking God, what's my purpose? Like, what do I do? And God gave me a list of things in my head I did. Like, bro, you're not worthless. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm reading, what do? People usually call you and they ask you for advice. If they going through something, they usually want you to tell them, also, maybe I should be a counselor. No, I want to be a counselor.
Yeah.
That's too scientific or whatever, but I see potential in everybody I'm around. Like, especially if I hang out with you, you're special in some kind of way, and I want to help you bring that out. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to help, and really, my community in general, because I've always been a big community community person.
Yeah.
And a lot of people that look like me, like you said, you don't look like you had cancer and all that.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of people, like you said, it's a lot of people that don't look like what they go through on a daily because they mask it so well. Mm-hmm. But it's also a lot of people that struggle on a daily because of the things that they're going through every single day.
Yeah.
And for me to tell my story and help one person, I'm living in my purpose. If my story can help one person, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And that's how I look at it every day.
That's great. That's great, bro. I can relate to you in, a lot of different ways now, especially since we're having this conversation in real time, right? I started praying. I started getting closer to God, I would say probably, honestly, like 4 months ago, bro. Like, I ain't grow up in the church and no shit like that. Like, a lot of my family did, but I would pray here and there, you know what I mean? I would talk to God just on some, just on some regular shit, like, thank you for safe travels, things like that. But, like, when I started to get closer, like actually getting the word, you know, and I don't want to make this, you know, about that, but it matters because like my testimony, I got one day, bro, I was sitting in my apartment. This is right before I went to go lead to play baseball, right? And I was just so tired of not, you know, people not listening to me, right? Knowing that I'm going through this and they don't understand. Obviously, everybody hasn't lost a parent, right? But somebody has lost someone. You feel me? Somebody should understand what I'm going through. So I just turn on my phone, like I just prop it up, and I just get to talking for like, it was like 12 minutes, bro. I posted it on TikTok, and I didn't think shit of it. I was just like, fuck it. I want somebody to probably listen. Somebody listen. You know, I wake up the next morning, bro. I posted it at midnight, right? I wake up like at 7, like 30K views, 1,000 comments, and I'm just like, the fuck. I'm going through the comments, right? I'm talking about everything I've been going through, like with the grief experience, right? And so many people going through the same thing, right? People messaging me, telling me, like, I'm glad you're talking about this, whatever. I've been dealing with the same thing, and that right there, it clicked for me. Like, okay, I ain't really been much of a talker my whole life. If you see, you see me around school, I was just chilling. Like, you talking? Nobody think I talk until I actually talk. So that, yeah, everybody thought that, right? So I'm like. But when I do talk, you know, people listen because I don't talk as much. So when I figured that, it clicked to me and I started asking God, I'm like, what is this? Is this what is this what it's doing? Like, did I have to lose my mom to get to this point? Like, am I finding, you know what I mean? Like, am I finding my purpose through my voice as somebody who don't fucking talk? Like, because I didn't really care to talk. I'm like you said, people going through things every day. It makes them the way they are. Like, that's what I was doing. Like, a lot of shit I've been going through, it just made me mute, bro. Like, I ain't want to say shit to nobody. Like, I ain't really had much to say. Like, I'll speak. Like, I'll be respectful and all of that. But most of the times, I'm just, you feel me, I ain't got nothing to say. So when that happened, I'm like, I thought about it. You know, I sat on it for a minute. I kept praying and asking. Then one day, bro, I just got another sign, bro. I just made the podcast page. I booked the studio with my mans out in Cali. Damn, I keep hitting this mic. And then I went and recorded that shit, and that was confirmation. I'm like, okay, so I need to help somebody get this out, you know what I mean? Because like you said, if you could help one person, that's all that matters. And that's who I always been, right? I've always wanted to, I see more in people than they see in their damn self. Like, and that's a flaw of mine because I just believe in people so much. But if I can just tell my story from somebody who don't talk, and it can help other people, shit, I'm cool with that. Like, I can wake up every day and knowing that I'm helping somebody, you know what I mean? Like, I don't got to help everybody, but just helping somebody, you know, that'll get me through the day. So, yeah, I definitely can relate to you on that.
So,
something I didn't ask you in the beginning, bro. What part of St. Louis you from?
I'm from downtown. It's always crazy because people say it's the South Side, but it's really downtown. It's across the street from the Peabody's. Everybody know what the Peabody's is.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, I'm from LaSalle Park, though.
Okay. Wait, we'll say it again?
LaSalle Park.
LaSalle. Okay, LaSalle Park. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I've been going to school. Like, I went to school for a long time, right? Like, I went to, 3 different HBCUs. So I've been going to school, and, I went to school in Baton Rouge, Kentucky. Well, ain't shit in Kentucky, but Kentucky State HBCU, Harris Stowe, right? I'm always tapped into, like, just the culture wherever I'm at, right? I seen you in the picture. Like, I'm big on music. Like, I'm a music dude. Like, I discover artists for real because I just love music that much. I seen you in a picture with 30D Grimy. So you grew up with him? You have a relationship? Like, what's the relationship? Yeah,
that's my cousin.
That's your cousin?
That's my cousin.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, get shout out to this.
Hey, we ain't, listen, you just teach with music. We ain't got to talk. Yeah, bye.
That's all good. I'm not worried about that, bro. Yeah, that's my cousin, though.
Okay, yeah. Because I seen that because that year I moved to St. Louis, I was trying to ask somebody to put me on to some St. Louis music. Niggas act like they ain't want to.
Put you on?
Yeah, like, tell me who y'all hottest nigga, like, whatever. People act like they, you feel me?
Cause St. Louis, bro.
Yeah, I already know. Yeah,
we have a problem.
Yeah,
have
a big problem with that.
And a bucket mentality, bro. We don't like to give people their props, bro. If you hard, even if you don't like the nigga, he hard. If you don't like your favorite rapper. You
Right.
say if he hard, bro.
Yeah.
Just give him his props, bro.
Yeah, that shit, man, that shit fucked me up. Cause I'm asking a lot of niggas who from St. Louis, like, bro, who y'all be listening to? Our niggas, man, we don't really got nobody we fuck with. It's this nigga and this. I'm like, bro, tell me who, you feel me? Cause being from Detroit, we don't do none of that shit. Like, niggas, we can want to kill a nigga, we still play his shit, like, for real. So, and I just started looking up St. Louis music artists, whatever, on YouTube, and I came across that song No Cap. I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga? Like, he got millions of views, and y'all ain't telling me who this nigga was. He hard. I'm just listening to him, so I just wanted to throw that in there, bro, because I seen you in the picture, and I'm like, okay, that's what's his name? Grimy. I'm like, yeah, I fuck with the music, like, on that tip. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. Okay, so you from LaSalle Park, St. Louis?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. That's where I'm from.
For sure. All right.
Yeah, bro. I got a lot of, like, that's why I said, bro. I got a lot of background in the city as far as like being in the hood, being around hoods. Like, I grew up in the trenches, bro.
Yeah.
Like, LaSalle, that's low income housing. Across the street from Peabody's. I went to Peabody Elementary. Like, this is all stuff you wouldn't know just by looking at me. Like, I'm like a hood dude.
Man.
But I spent majority of my childhood in the hood, like, literally.
Yeah.
And I still wish a nigga would to this day. But, but no, seriously though, but, like, it's in me for sure. But, like, I be having to remind people that, like, bro, like, I don't like going back there, but, like, bro, it's in me, so please tread lightly, because I will beat you the fuck up. But you can't even fight these days, so I'm just leave it alone and let people be who they are, because they can have it.
Yeah. I'm glad you touched on that, bro. That was literally, bro, bro, we a good mix, bro. I feel like, cause I was, you hit me right before I can say it, but I was just about to ask you about, you feel me? Cause you say people look at you and they assume, you know, you such and such, you this type of person. People do me the same way. Like, I'm from the projects too. I grew up in projects called the Gardens in Detroit, right? And if you look at me now, bro, like, obviously because I don't talk, like, you would never know the shit I done seen, been through, who I'm around when I go back, you know, to the crib, and people base their judgment off, you know, just how you act, right? Oh, he don't be on shit, he ain't, you know what I mean? I done heard that shit so many times, but like you said again, niggas don't want to scrap. Like, even if they do, right, it's always, you know, you got certain groups of people who trying to, you know, be trigger happy, and niggas ain't never busting nothing. So I'm gonna just leave that at that. But let's talk about this journey that you're on now, how it's so different from where you come from. Because for me, just going to school, bro, when I first went to college, that shit was like, niggas was looking at me strange. Like, my best friends, like, they still in the streets to this day. Like, they looking at me like I didn't already change, and I ain't even, you know, I've been at school. I went to school first in Minnesota for a month, bro. Niggas, you know, they kind of just started to judge you for just wanting to do something different. Like, what's that been like for you?
See, like, from as a kid, bro, to be honest, bro, I never really cared what anybody had to say about me, bro.
Yeah.
For example, like, I mean, to be honest, bro, people gonna have something to say, whether you in the hood, like, not in the hood.
If you do anything.
Whatever you do, somebody gonna have something to say about it. So it's like, do I want to spend my life around the people I grew up with, doing the same things, experiencing the same things that they experience every day? Like, cause you can go back to probably the hood that you from, and you'll still see the same niggas.
Yeah.
Older, just the only thing that's changed is they age. They bank account ain't changed, they mentality ain't changed, ain't none of that stuff changed. But they still the same person, and they talking about who you trying to become. You know what I'm saying? And I'm on this journey now. Like, I accept where I come from. I'm always gonna remember where I come from, and that's what drives me.
All right.
To be honest, it's like I want to be from that same hood and go back to poor in that same hood. If it's not financially, if I don't have the power to do it financially, I want to go back mentally and show those same little kids that's probably going through some of the same struggles that I face, that they can be where I'm at. Because, like, in the community, for example, who you got that's really black and successful? I mean, you got NBA players, You got NFL players, you got rappers, you got singers, but you don't got no doctor, no realtor, no, you know what I'm saying? You don't have all of these other things, other occupations that are completely successful in something that's completely right with going those routes.
Yeah.
But you don't have nobody like us telling these kids, telling these people that we grew up with that they can be that. Mm-hmm. And like, yes, you can still be flashy. You still can wear a chain. You still can have all of the freshest new J's. You can still have all of the shit that you desire by doing the right thing. You don't have to sell drugs. Mm-hmm. And that's why I made it, making my point not to touch that stuff, because I know if I was a drug dealer, I could sell water to a well. I'd probably be a kingpin if I was a drug dealer. But I'm making my business not to be in that field, because I can get it like that. I can go out the country. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I can go swim with the dolphins. You know, sometimes I do shit to experience, just to show other people that they can experience it too. Like, and that's my mission. That's my goal, other than, you know, saving my Black community and helping people out, but just giving people the options that they could take, versus looking at a rapper and these little kids can't even rap. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, just giving them some reality.
I feel that. Yeah, man. Last thing I want to touch on, bro. I want to end it. You told me that you just lost someone close to you, your aunt, not too long ago, not even a year ago, right?
Not even a year ago.
Tell me how that's been for you up to this point, right? Going these last, 5-6 years. Like, how are you dealing with that? Like, and what are some things that you've been able to learn and adapt to, and how to handle a loss like that now?
So, with grief is always the hardest thing to deal with, because you got to wrap your head around that you're never going to physically see this person again. But how I've done it is just knowing that, like, and it sounds so cliche and it sounds so basic, is that everything happens for a reason, even death. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So just knowing that, and then also knowing the situation that she was going through when she died, is like, she's out of misery, she's out of suffering. You know what I'm saying? So she's good, she's where she belongs. And it happened because if she was still here, she would probably still be hurting. So she's not hurting anymore. We ain't got to worry about her hurting. Yeah. So, like, on top of, just because I know that, don't stop the hurt. Don't get me wrong. But it allows me to keep going, and knowing that, like, and this for people that's grieving all over the world. Just because somebody has left you, remember who they were to you, and remember what they wanted for you, because they don't want you sitting around worried about them, because they gone. They want you to continue to be the greatest that you can be. And that might even sound cliche, but I'm pretty sure when that person was here, why you love them so much? Because they was cheering for you. Yeah. And now that they gone, they still cheering for you. So continue to be who you meant to be, and don't stop just because they not here no more. They here with you in spirit, and I believe that.
Man, that's deep. That's deep, bro. I'm going to end it right there, bro. We ain't going to give them too much. Y'all will be seeing Sherman back on this podcast really soon. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. I appreciate you for coming on, bro. We got a lot more shit to talk about, so yeah, we'll be back soon.